Hey guys, welcome to today's mini practice. In today's mini practice, we will focus on a gentle, mindful flow. All you need for this practice is a mat, and we'll begin on hands and knees in tabletop. We will start our practice on hands and knees in tabletop. Just moving through a few rounds of cat and cow to open up the spine. So as you inhale, we lengthen the front of the spine, lifting the chest and tailbone. And as you exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, creating space in the back of your body. Just 3 more like this. Each movement follows the breath. And as you exhale, round, create space, draw the belly in. Now making your way back into a tabletop, we'll stretch your right leg out behind you and extend your left arm out in the front, so palm into the midline. And then reaching that right heel out in line with the hip for your diagonal cat. Focusing on a little balance here, engaging your core. And now as you exhale, we'll bend the right leg, bring it out to the side, bend the left elbow, bring it out to the left hand side, and then reach and straighten the leg and the arm. We'll do this one more time. Right knee out to the right, left elbow out to the left, and straighten. Now take the left hand down. We'll take that right leg out to the right hand side so that the heel is in line with the hip, and then extend your right arm up. And if it feels okay, look up towards your thumb. Just one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, plant the right hand on the floor, and we'll step that right foot to the outside of the right hand. Take as many steps as you need, and then we'll walk your left leg back for a little lizard stretch here, stretching into the right inner hip, inner thigh. You can just lift the heart here, squeeze that right arm and leg together, and just circle them as one unit. Really feeling into the edges of the right hip, the right thigh, change direction. And then from here, we'll bend your left leg, reach behind. So either to hold on to the foot and press the foot away as you open the shoulder, or just in that direction. If you can, look out over your right shoulder here. Now slowly release the right foot to the floor, and we're going to turn to face the back of the mat. So bring your right leg with you, and we'll take your right ankle across your left thigh here. So this is like a one-legged square. As we flex that left foot, open up that right knee, feel the sit bones on the ground, and place your hands beside your hips. Press down into the floor to lift the rib cage up, away from the pelvis, and then pour the body forward. So you can just rest your hands on the floor, or if it feels comfortable, you can hold onto your foot here. So you're fully lengthening from the tailbone to the crown of your head. And as you exhale, folding from your hip crease forward. We'll just take a couple more breaths here. Just one more breath. Inhale. As you exhale, slowly, mindfully walk your hands up. And then we'll bend your bottom leg as well. So bend your left leg. So both knees are falling out to the right hand side. And you can stagger them a little. Bring your hands towards the front of the mat. And we'll come into another spinal twist here. So come up high onto your finger pads. As you exhale, bend the elbows and drop the heart to the earth. And as you inhale, you can round the spine, come all the way up. And exhale, bend the elbows, diving, and then come up nice and slowly, just one more time like this. Exhale. Inhale. Placing the hands on the floor, we make our way back into our tabletop. So knees are directly underneath your hips, and the heel of the hands under underneath your shoulders. And we'll do the other side. So extending the left leg out, pressing out through the heel, extending your right arm straight out from your shoulder, palm into the midline. And then lifting that left heel in line with the hip, pressing actively out through the left foot. Just getting a sense of your core, your midline. No tension or holding in the neck. We'll bend the right elbow out to the right hand side and the left knee out to the left. And then straighten. One more time, bend. And straighten. We'll take your right hand to the floor underneath the shoulder. And then take your left leg out to the side of the hip. Bringing the four corners of that left foot on the ground. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Look up towards the palm if you can, if that's comfortable for the neck. One more breath in here. Inhale, exhale, take that left hand to the floor. And we'll step that left foot to the outside of the left hand for your lizard. Walking your right knee back a little bit here. You can either come up high on your fingers or hands to the floor, and we lift the heart. Sinking into the hamstrings of the left leg, beginning to access the inner hip. And hugging the left arm and leg together, we'll just begin to rotate nice and slowly here. And we'll just pause. So from our lizard, we bend our right leg. You can reach that left arm behind to reach hold of the foot here. Begin to press the foot away from you. Open up that left shoulder. And then just releasing the foot to the floor. And we begin to twist so that we face the back of the mat again. So turning the body, right hip comes to the floor. And we'll take your left ankle across your right thigh here. And then flex your right foot. So sit bones are on the ground, grounded. Hands beside the hips. We're going to lift and lengthen all sides of your waist here. Lifting your ribcage up away from your pelvis. And as we exhale, we'll fold over the legs. So you can either take your hands just to the floor, or if you can, reach hold of the foot. As you inhale, lengthen from the very base of your spine. And as you exhale, you fold from your hip crease forward. So continue to do this in small, minute movements until you find your edge, and then soften into it. So this is a really nice opening stretch for the left hip, left buttock, left thigh. If this doesn't work for you with the ankle across the thigh, you have the option to take the foot on the inside of the thigh. So you could just rest the left inner foot for Janu Shirsasana on the inside of the right thigh. We'll just take one more breath in here. Inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, slowly, mindfully walk your hands back up. And then we'll bend your right leg as well. So we'll take both knees over to the left-hand side and then stagger the legs a little bit here. Turn the body to face the top of your mat. We're going to come back up into TP fingers here. As you inhale, we lower the heart. So we bend the elbows, lower the heart to the earth. And as you exhale, we round the spine, draw the belly in, come all the way up. And then inhale, bend the elbows, sinking down. Exhale, rounding. One more time like this. Inhale. Exhale. Planting both hands on the floor. We'll step back into our tabletop with the knees directly underneath the hips. Heel of the hands underneath the shoulders. And from here, we'll sit back on your heels. If it feels more comfortable to take the knees apart, do that. And we'll stretch the arms forward, resting the forehead to the earth. See if you can take your fingers a little bit more forward, feeling the full length from the wrists all the way back into the hips. And then just soften the heart, forehead to the earth. Thank you for joining me for today's mini practice. Feel free to stay here for a few more breaths. You could even bend your arms, stack your hands and rest your forehead down. From my heart to yours, namaste.